Imagine, if you will, the Apostle Paul, guided by the Holy Spirit, ascending through the heavens. Picture this journey not as a physical one, but as a spiritual voyage, an exploration of the metaphysical realms beyond our earthly existence. In the initial stages of this ascent, Paul, propelled by the ethereal force of the Holy Spirit, encounters souls in various states of existence. These are not random encounters, but purposeful, meaningful interactions that mirror the spiritual conditions of these souls. In the first heaven, he meets the recently departed, their souls still fresh from the earthly realm, their spiritual essence not yet fully detached from their mortal coil. They exist in a state of transition, of adjustment, of anticipation. In the second heaven, the souls Paul encounters are those who have begun to shed their earthly bonds. They have started to adapt to their new spiritual existence, leaving behind the physical limitations of their former lives. Here, the Apostle's journey takes on a deeper significance. He is not just a voyager, but a witness, an observer of the soul's journey from the earthly to the divine. Paul's experiences in these initial heavens are reflective of the spiritual conditions of the souls he encounters. The newly departed in the first heaven are in a state of spiritual infancy, their souls yet to fully embrace their celestial existence. In the second heaven, the souls have begun their spiritual maturation, their earthly attachments dwindling as they progress further into their heavenly existence. These early encounters serve as a stark reminder of the journey each soul undertakes after death. They emphasize the spiritual transformation that takes place, the shedding of earthly bonds, and the embracing of a celestial existence. As Paul ascends further, he begins to glimpse the rewards and repercussions of earthly deeds. The Apostle's journey is not just an exploration of the heavens, but a profound reflection on the consequences of our actions in life and their impact on our afterlife. In the third heaven, Paul encounters the righteous, basking in divine light. An aura of serenity envelops this realm where the virtuous souls dwell. These are the souls of those who lived their earthly lives in accordance with virtue, their deeds reflecting the teachings of the New Testament. Their reward is a state of eternal peace, a divine light that radiates warmth and comfort, a testament to their righteous lives. As Paul observes, he sees not merely the tranquility that these souls enjoy, but the embodiment of the rewards of a virtuous life. Every act of kindness, every moment of compassion, every instance of love that these souls manifested in their earthly lives now shines brightly in the divine light that surrounds them. Their righteousness in life mirrors their bliss in the afterlife. Yet as Paul ascends to the fourth heaven, the mood shifts. Here he encounters souls in a state of anticipation, their futures uncertain. These are the souls awaiting judgment, their fate hanging in the balance. The atmosphere in the fourth heaven is thick with anticipation, a stark contrast to the peace that pervaded the third heaven. These awaiting souls reflect the importance of spiritual preparedness. They stand as a reminder that our earthly deeds have consequences, that our actions in life echo into eternity. They are a symbol of the uncertainty that comes with not knowing one's fate, a stark reminder of the importance of living a virtuous life. The contrast between the third and fourth heavens is striking. On one hand, the righteous souls bask in divine light, their virtuous deeds rewarded with eternal peace. On the other hand, the awaiting souls exist in a state of anticipation, their futures uncertain, their fate yet to be decided. This juxtaposition between peace and anticipation, between certainty and uncertainty, underscores the themes of divine justice and moral accountability prevalent in the New Testament. It serves as a vivid reminder of the concept of you reap what you sow. But as Paul ascends further, the journey takes a darker turn. This transition prepares us for the descent into the depths of hell, where the sinners await their specific torments. Descending into hell, Paul witnesses the precise punishments meted out to sinners. This journey into the depths of the underworld reveals the stark consequences of earthly deeds, each torment mirroring the sins committed during mortal life. In this realm of retribution, the avaricious souls are condemned to an eternity of futile effort. They are tormented by endlessly rolling a heavy stone, a task as relentless as their insatiable desire for wealth in their earthly existence. The stone represents the weight of their greed, a burden they carry beyond the grave. The never-ending toil underlines the emptiness of material accumulation, a poignant reminder that you cannot serve both God and money. Next, Paul encounters the liars, whose deceit has led them to a grim fate. They are hung by their tongues, a symbolic representation of the weapon they wielded so carelessly in life. But the punishment doesn't stop there. They are tormented with hot hooks, a metaphor for the burning pain their lies inflicted on others. This torment reflects the destructive ripple effect of dishonesty, highlighting the gravity of each word spoken and the responsibility that comes with it. Paul's journey further descends into the realm of adulterers, individuals who betrayed their sacred vows for momentary pleasure. They suffer in flames, hung by the parts that sinned, an explicit representation of their immoral choices. The fire signifies the consuming nature of lust and the destructive consequences it carries. It serves as a dire warning against the violation of sacred bonds and a testament to the sanctity of marriage vows. These torments, as gruesome as they may seem, are not arbitrary. They are meticulously tailored to the sins committed, a reflection of divine justice. The punishments serve as a mirror, forcing the sinners to confront the reality of their actions and the pain they have inflicted on others. This is not a realm of mindless cruelty, but of divine retribution, where the scales of justice are balanced. It's important to note that these depictions are not mere scare tactics. They provide a narrative depth to the concept of "you reap what you sow," reinforcing the moral teachings found throughout the New Testament. They underline the importance of moral accountability and the consequences of turning away from the path of righteousness. In the same way that heaven rewards virtue, hell punishes vice. It's a stark contrast, a binary division that serves to underscore the importance of moral choices in life. Every action has a consequence, every choice a repercussion that echoes into eternity. These vivid depictions serve as a stark reminder of divine justice and moral accountability. They underline the gravity of our earthly choices and the eternal consequences they carry. The torments of hell, as described in the Apocalypse of Paul, serve as a sobering reminder of the divine order, where justice prevails and every soul reaps what it sows. The Apocalypse of Paul, despite its non-canonical status, carries significant implications for modern Christianity. This ancient text, buried in the sands of Nag Hammadi for centuries, offers a vivid narrative of divine justice at work, where souls reap the rewards or suffer the consequences of their earthly actions. With every soul Paul encounters in his journey through the heavens and hell, we are reminded of the enduring message of accountability in our moral decisions. In the third heaven, Paul sees the righteous souls basking in divine light, a powerful symbol of the peace and joy that comes as a reward for a virtuous life. Here we see the embodiment of the teachings of Christ, where love, compassion, and humility are held in the highest regard. This heavenly scene is a stark reminder that our actions on earth echo in eternity. Yet the journey doesn't end there. In the fourth heaven, Paul encounters souls in a state of anticipation, a metaphor for the uncertainty of our spiritual fate. This state of waiting underscores the importance of spiritual preparedness and the understanding that our final judgment is yet to come. But it's the descent into hell that delivers the most potent message. Here, Paul witnesses the precise punishments meted out to the sinners. The avaricious endlessly rolling a heavy stone, liars tormented by hot hooks, and adulterers suffering in flames. Each punishment a vivid illustration of the destructive consequences of their sins. These depictions of heaven and hell, rewards and punishments, are not just tales of an ancient time. They serve as a moral compass for modern Christians, reminding us of the importance of living a righteous life. The text provides a narrative depth to the concept of "you reap what you sow," reinforcing the moral teachings found throughout the New Testament. But why, despite its profound message, did this text not make it into the canon? We'll delve into this question in our next scene, examining the reasons for its non-canonical status and the theories of its origin. The exclusion of the Apocalypse of Paul from the canon can be attributed to a few key factors. Let's delve into the reasons behind its non-canonical status. Firstly, There's the issue of apostolic origin. Although the text bears the name of the Apostle Paul, there's no concrete evidence to confirm that he or his direct disciples penned this narrative. This lack of apostolic origin casts a shadow of doubt over the text's authenticity. In the early church, apostolic authorship was a crucial criterion for inclusion in the canon, and without it, the Apocalypse of Paul finds itself on shaky ground. The second reason lies in the theological discrepancies. Let's face it, the Apocalypse of Paul is dramatically different from the rest of the New Testament. Its stark, vivid depictions of the afterlife contrast with the more nuanced theological views present in the canonical texts. For instance, while the canonical texts do talk about divine justice, they don't go into such graphic detail about the punishments awaiting sinners in the afterlife. This divergence might have raised eyebrows among the early church fathers, prompting them to question the doctrinal soundness of the text. The timing of its composition also plays a role. The Apocalypse of Paul was written in the 3rd century, which is quite late when compared to the core New Testament writings. Most of these were complete by the end of the 1st century. This late arrival could have made it difficult for the Apocalypse of Paul to secure a place in the canon, which by then was pretty much solidified. So we have a lack of apostolic origin, theological discrepancies, and late composition. These factors combined led to the non-canonical status of the Apocalypse of Paul. But where did this text come from? Several theories attempt to answer this question. The origins of the Apocalypse of Paul are shrouded in mystery, but several theories provide possible answers. Let's first delve into the influence of culture and religion. Some historians suggest that the text's creation was a response to emerging theological questions or heresies within the early Christian community. The nature of the afterlife and divine justice, for instance, were topics of considerable debate. In this context, the detailed descriptions of heaven and hell in the Apocalypse of Paul could have served as a pedagogical tool used to instruct and reaffirm the community's beliefs. This theory is grounded in the idea that texts, like all cultural artifacts, don't exist in a vacuum. They're shaped by the societal, historical, and theological contexts of their time. Taking this a step further, some scholars argue that the text reflects a broader trend in early Christianity towards apocalyptic literature, which often featured vivid symbolic portrayals of the end times. This genre resonated with the early Christian community's expectations of an imminent divine judgment, providing a narrative way to explore and express these beliefs. Now let's shift gears and explore some psychological and physiological theories. While there's no historical evidence to suggest drug use or mental instability in the author, the vivid and sometimes fantastical nature of the visions could reflect the mystical practices and trance states known among early Christian ascetics. These individuals often sought spiritual experiences through extreme fasting, prayer, and isolation. In this light, the Apocalypse of Paul can be seen not just as a religious text, but also as a record of these intense personal spiritual experiences. It's important to note, however, that these theories are not mutually exclusive. It's entirely possible that a combination of cultural, religious, psychological, and physiological factors contributed to the text's creation, and while these theories provide some possible answers, they also raise further questions. For instance, if the text was a response to theological debates, which specific controversies was it addressing? If it was the product of mystical practices, what were the exact methods and experiences of its author? These questions remain open, adding to the text's aura of mystery and intrigue. In any case, the Apocalypse of Paul continues to captivate scholars and readers alike, with its vivid imagery, its complex portrayal of the afterlife, and its unique perspective on Christian ethics and eschatology. Its origins may be uncertain, but its influence and significance are undeniable. Despite its mystery and non-canonical status, the Apocalypse of Paul holds a unique place in Christian literature. It offers a window into the spiritual and cultural world of early Christianity and challenges us to think deeply about our own beliefs and assumptions. As we continue to explore and debate its origins, we also continue to learn from its teachings and to appreciate its enduring power as a work of religious and literary art. Although not officially recognized, The Apocalypse of Paul offers a compelling portrayal of Christian eschatological beliefs. This profound text, while not part of the canonical Bible, presents a vivid illustration of heaven and hell and the rewards or punishments that await us based on our earthly deeds. What makes this text particularly interesting is its alignment with Christian ethical teachings. The narrative underscores the concept of "you reap what you sow," a core principle of Christian morality. It's a powerful testament to the importance of living a virtuous life, as the righteous souls bask in divine peace, while the sinners suffer punishments that directly correspond to their sins. Furthermore, the Apocalypse of Paul provides a detailed narrative of the afterlife, a topic that is often left vague in canonical texts. This level of detail could offer readers a more tangible understanding of the Christian eschatological beliefs and could serve as a valuable resource for theological studies. It's also worth noting that the text addresses some theological questions that were pertinent to the early Christian community. The vivid depictions of the afterlife could have served as a pedagogical tool to instruct and reaffirm the beliefs of the community, thus contributing to the evolution of Christian thought. Now, it's true that the text has its challenges. The late composition, the lack of apostolic origin, and the theological discrepancies compared to the canonical texts are all valid concerns. But these do not necessarily diminish the value of the text, as it still provides a unique perspective on Christian beliefs and ethics. In conclusion, while the Apocalypse of Paul may not meet the traditional criteria for canonical status, it's a text that offers a profound exploration of Christian eschatology, morality, and divine justice. It invites us to reflect on our actions and their potential consequences in the afterlife. The Apocalypse of Paul, a profound narrative, serves as a fascinating study of early Christian beliefs and the enduring questions of divine justice and moral accountability. As we conclude our exploration of Paul's visionary journey, let's reflect on its implications. This fascinating narrative, unfolding in the heavens and the depths of hell, has taken us on a profound journey through the spiritual realm. It has shown us the fate of souls, each basking in divine rewards or suffering tailored punishments, all in accordance to their earthly deeds. The journey through the heavens presented us with the righteous, bathing in divine light, and souls in anticipation, showcasing the importance of spiritual preparedness. Our descent into hell was no less enlightening, revealing the precise torments designed for the avaricious, the liars, and the adulterers. The Apocalypse of Paul, though not part of the canonical Bible, provides deep insights into early Christian beliefs. Its vivid depictions of the afterlife underline themes of divine justice and moral accountability. They breathe life into the concept of "you reap what you sow," reinforcing the moral teachings found throughout the New Testament. The reasons for its non-canonical status, the uncertainty of its authorship, the stark depictions of the afterlife contrasting the more nuanced theological views in the canonical texts, and its relatively late composition, have been explored. Yet, the theories of its origin suggest that it might have been influenced by early Christian communities' need to address specific theological questions. Or perhaps the vivid nature of the visions could be a reflection of the mystical practices known among early Christian ascetics. Despite its non-canonical status, the Apocalypse of Paul offers a compelling portrayal of Christian eschatological beliefs. Its vivid imagery and alignment with Christian ethical teachings make it a significant text, offering a deeper understanding of the complexities of early Christian beliefs and theological discourse. Through the lens of the Apocalypse of Paul, we gain a deeper understanding of the complexities of early Christian beliefs and the profound human desire to comprehend the mysteries of the afterlife.